Growing up, I had dreams and aspirations, but always felt like the kid that didn't fit in. For the most part, I wasn't a bad kid, but when I made the transition into adulthood, I turned to the streets for guidance. This led to getting locked up in juvenile hall, doing time in CYA, and eventually a 120-month sentence in federal prison. I had a lot of time to think and reflect during my federal sentence, so I share with you what I learned, hoping I can positively influence someone else's life with Prison Talk.
6, getting down fresh out. A fan brought this to my attention through an email, and they said, "Big Herc, what do you think about Tut Tarantino?" I said, "Who's Tut Tarantino?" And he said, "Tut Tarantino, that's Michael Irving's son." I said, "Oh, Michael Irving's son. Okay, Dallas Cowboys, wide receiver, Hall of Famer." He said, "Yeah, man, he's a rapper." And then I did a little research, and Michael Irving was speaking on his son being a rapper. And some of the stuff he was rapping about, he's like, oh my God, where'd he get this stuff from? And it never ceased to amaze me how young men who have grew up in a privileged situation, silver spoon, want to trade it in for a plastic spoon. They want to dumb themselves down and talk like they never had an English education, like they never attended a day in school. I wanted to keep it 100. Keep it 100. I'm like, where did that come from? What part of being black does it coincide with being non-articulate? Check it out. Check out the video. Check it out. You tell me what you think.
I got the utmost respect for my father, man. Like, so it's like, a lot I might have wanted to do, bro. I might have held back because, like, I don't know if it's going to f up an NFL Network deal. I don't know if it's going to up, you know what I'm saying? He's still working. He not retired.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna be, like, promoting. I'm still going to be doing what I'm doing. Right. But I never promoted that my dad was Michael Irving because I genuinely did not want my father to get in trouble for the I was doing. It's been around me that have known me for years before they figure out who I am. They never just like made me, bro. I be forgetting sometimes. They not walking around telling who their daddy is. Like, people don't do that. Like, that don't make me.
Now, I'm not here to bash a dude, to knock a dude. I'm trying to figure out what part of the game makes that a positive. What part of the game is that? What do you want from the streets that you think is so special? You were given the best opportunities in the world. Your dad gave you gated community, private schools, good schools, education, a foundation. Dude, it's like, do you know that most dudes from the street were only in the street because that's all they had? They weren't coming from a nice house where they had 3 square meals and opportunity to play all kinds of sports and wear all the flyest shit. And they wanted to throw that away to go hang out the park and drink 40 ounces, shoot dice, and sell dope. These dudes are literally leaving the gated community to go kick it in the hood and don't realize that nobody wants to be in the hood by choice that I knew growing up. I made some stupid mistakes. I wasn't from the hood my whole life, but when I seen it and was attracted to it and was in a situation where I was trying to hustle and do my thing, I still felt like it wasn't where I wanted to be my whole life. I looked at it as a stepping stone, and I didn't really know even what direction I was stepping in because I didn't have nobody leading me, but I knew I was, trying to make a little money. But if I had a better opportunity, there was no way I would have wanted to stay and hang out with them dudes, man. Smoking weed, drinking. You know, I used to just look and be like, okay, I'm going to get my little bit of money out of here and I'm out. And then when I left that neighborhood and moved to another neighborhood, and I seen kids who weren't having to, you know, sell drugs and do that street stuff. And I'm like, wow, man, I you know, I would have loved to had a boat in my backyard and, you know, been able to take winter ski trips, you know, jet ski summer vacations and all this stuff and have, you know, tutors and, you know, all the best of every. Why would I want to? I would have loved to have been in that situation. There's no way I would have threw that away to run back to the streets and to talk like I have no articulation. In prison, you talk a certain way because of the environment you're dealing with, savages, and one of the rules of the art of war is don't outshine the master. You don't want people to feel like, to a degree, they think they're lesser than you, which will make them turn on you. So sometimes you might play a dumb role. Oh yeah, you know, talk a certain way or carry on a certain dialogue. But if you're not in prison, which is, you know, in a hostile environment, why would you talk and act like you have no sense, like you're ignorant? And want to be from something that has that's what everybody's trying to get away from. Everybody I knew growing up, all the dudes I knew they were trying to get bread to get a better situation for their kids for the most part. I've never seen a dude say, hey man, I want my kid to grow up smoking weed and selling dope and to be out here gangbanging. I've never heard any dude, blood or crip, any street gangster, drug deal. I've never heard them say, I want my kids to have to do the same shit I had to do to get the money. If you go play sports, if you had a talent, you get the hell up out of there, put your kids away from the hood. They might know about the hood, but you don't want them to be about the hood. Tut Tarantino? Come on, man. It's like some of these people, kids, it's like they trying to be hard. Oh man, I'm pulling a gun. What do you think? I'm gonna catch him. I'm gonna let him. What? Let him know what? You gonna do what? It's like I seen one video where T.I.'s kid trying to be hard. I mean, for what? You're trying to be hard. Your daddy made the money, man. He laid you out a foundation. Why are you trying to be a gangster? What are you trying to do? What would you trying to prove, man? Low self-esteem, lack of identity. These kids, man, I mean, and you know, I can only imagine. I mean, if you have a father in your life, I mean, I know he's taught you something. Obviously, you going to school, you trying to prove yourself. Oh, I'm this and I'm that. I mean, dude, that shit is garbage. The streets is garbage, man. That shit is garbage, man. Ask anybody who's been out in the streets, man. Their whole thing is to get up out of there. Anybody I knew who got some bread, they got up out of there. They didn't stay in that shit. Tut Tarantino. And you know, he's just one of many. I just happened to, you know, get this video from a fan, somebody who's a viewer of the channel, and he shared it with me, and I said, man, I've seen it. I've seen it in prison. White dude up in there pretending to be like, you know, he's down with the woods, and he's got a damn winery on the street. His parents is balling. He's got a trust fund. He up in there doing time because he was an idiot, you know, trying to hang out with some dudes and be a gangster. You mess around and get your head busted, caught up in some bullshit, then you're gonna be sitting there on that phone crying like, you know, get me a lawyer, get me out of here, because the dudes who you're running with, they ain't got nothing to lose. You got everything to lose. But you want to pretend to be something. They run into the streets. You guys are throwing rocks at the penitentiary, and you run into the streets, giving away a silver spoon for a plastic spoon. ass backwards, man. The game, man, black culture, man, and I don't even call it black culture. That's just idiot culture. Because I know some brothers who look at this like, dude, come on, man, for real. Big Earth 916, fresh out. Share the channel, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think, man. What's going through a lot of these youngsters' minds, man, that they want to pretend to be something when they have all the opportunities in the world.
Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. Fresh Out Ministries, we're doing a new program where we're doing a takeover of a mom pop cafe or restaurant, and we're doing a pay it forward. So we're going to offer free meals at this particular restaurant or cafe, mom pop, for a certain amount of time, and we are asking that you make a donation to pay it forward so that we can continue doing this program for other mom pop restaurants and cafes, because we know that it's hard times out here. You have a lot of people that talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. And so we're actually walking the walk. We've been doing it for over 11 years on social media. We've been getting shadow banned. We've been getting demonetized. So we want to give back, and this is our way of giving back to helping everybody through these trying times with this economy. You know, a lot of churches, they got $100 billion, and you don't see them out here helping the people who are in times of need, but they're still taking in the form of donations. But how's it helping the community? We want to build a community sense where we help each other. We can all overcome. You can't sit around waiting for somebody to save you. You got to save yourself. And this is the way you do it. So by us being able to do these takeovers with Fresh Out Ministries, with the mom pop restaurants and cafes, we want to build a film, talk to you guys, get your feedback on what's going on right now in society. Hopefully you guys find it in your heart to donate. This donation, which is a pay it forward, will allow us to do other mom pops around the country eventually. But right now we're going to be in Southern California and Los Angeles, Orange County. So hey, reach out to your local businesses there. And if you are out of town in another area and you would like us to come there, if you provide the necessary means, we will come there also and do the same pay it forward. But right now, hey, if you're in locally in Los Angeles, Orange County, hit us up, freshoutseries@gmail.com. You can also make a donation on our link tree on our Instagram at Fresh Out Series. We look forward to seeing you guys.